Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, as you'll see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual, quite a bit later than usual because I was busy for most of today, and yeah, I have realised I kind of forgot I was busy for the purposes of recording videos, so I don't actually have a video ready for tomorrow. Luckily it's Patrick's Parabox, so I'm basically deciding, am I going to record it now? Because as you'll see, it's quite late. Or if I'm just going to record and upload it late. I'm probably just going to record and upload it late, but we'll see. Good evening, everyone. I'm here with a late night broadcast. I hope I can make it through this. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 12:59 AM on Friday. Or what should be Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. But yeah, it's Halloween time. I was basically busy meeting up with some friends. And actually what I want to talk about is the fact that we basically did some more mini golf at this very sort of like arcadey mini golf place, which we've been to quite a few times. We've actually been to that location I think 3 times before now. What do I think of mini golf? I think it's just, fun. I'm not like it, I don't go absolutely crazy for it where I'm like, whoa, this is the best thing ever, but I have a fun time doing it. I think my only downside of our place is they play the music so unbelievably loud. They play it almost like to club levels of music, which just makes it so hard to talk to my friends, I don't mind places having music on in the background, that's fine with me. I'm more annoyed at places which have music on in the background at a volume level that a nightclub would have it on when it isn't a nightclub. Like, you don't need to have a volume that high. You're not a nightclub. I'm not trying to drown everything out with the sound of music. I'm not on the dance floor. I'm literally just playing golf with my friends, and yes, I would want to speak with them at a reasonable volume. That's what annoys me. Yes, but there's a time and place for loud, thumping music, concerts, nightclubs on the dance floor, that sort of thing. Perfect opportunities for the music to be so loud that you can barely hear other people. Do I appreciate nightclubs or places where it's like you can find at least a quieter corner to actually talk to people? Yes, I do. But, I also understand that's not the main draw. But, like, why do so many other places nowadays just have music on so insanely loud? Like, chill out with how loud the music is. What's in the first 5 minutes I forgot I was I'm not meant to talk about catch games, but I'm going to talk about catch games. Excuse me. So Umamusume, we're encroaching onto the Cancer Cup. Fujikisuke, his banner's out, and I threw like 30 rolls on a banner. I actually got 2 3-star Umas, none of them Fujikisuke. But I've got Curran-chan and I got Tiamat, which I'm both very, very happy with. So, I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, but I've been doing, for the first time, I think, some trial races against other people. Basically, I like join a room which simulates the upcoming CM, and it's going okay. It's not going like as swimmingly as I thought it would, but to be fair, I mean, the people who are doing these practice scrims essentially are going to be people who have pretty strong Umas in the first place, who are not who I'm trying to compete against. I'm just trying to get to the finals, grade A finals. I'm not trying to win grade A finals because I think I cannot commit enough time to do so. There's a chance. But I would say my Saiyan Sky kind of popping, my Silent Suzuka not really popping. Narita Taishin turns out not very useful. She's not come like above 6, despite the fact that I think she's got a pretty good build. But I do understand that she's basically gambling because she's basically RNG. Do you get enough acceleration procs? Yes? No? Then that basically determines everything. And I think it's more that she hasn't got the procs yet. She's basically an insurance for when someone runs a blockation or something. Anyway, that makes no sense for most people, but still. Yeah. So, yeah, I like clubs and bars and that sort of thing. I think it can be a lot of good fun. But at the same time, I'm like, a lot of what I want to do is just basically talk to the people who are next to me. And the problem is, I don't have a very loud voice. I do not have a voice which projects. And I also struggle to hear what people are saying, sort of, when other sounds are going on. And I know it's like a phrase for it or something. But like, if there's loud music playing, I also find it difficult to also hear, you know, what someone might be saying, speaking directly to me. Which, I think it's audio processing or something. Like, it's not to an extreme degree where I can't hear it, but it's like, it just takes too much effort. An annoying amount of effort. So, as I say, places which should have loud music, you know, nightclubs, some areas and bars, that sort of thing, or concerts, when it has loud music, I'm like, yes, absolutely, play this loud music. I don't expect to be able to talk to people next to me. But like, why do, like, some restaurants, like, there's this restaurant I used to go to back in university times, which was like a sort of underground. I think it was basically trying to be a bar. It didn't really have a bar vibe. It was more like a gastro pub or that sort of thing. Its music was just so insanely loud, but like, it was so difficult just to talk to people. I'm just like, you would really, I think, benefit atmosphere wise if you just turn the volume down like 70% or something. You can have a volume of music in the background playing, blasting out, and having it being somewhat loud, but it needs to be quiet enough that, you know, people can hear each other next to each other. It's just insane otherwise, you know, in my opinion. And that's what ends up annoying me with these sort of locations. Anyway, this arcade golf thing, it's also kind of like that, which means you kind of have to be basically next to each other to properly talk to each other, which is like fine to a certain degree, but it's also like a bit tiring because it's like, oh, you know, someone's like a meter or two away from me, you know, I can't just sort of like call out and be like, hey. I just have to be like, what? And I do have self-awareness to realise a lot of it's my fault, by the nature of me having quite a quiet voice, quiet and soft-spoken, which, I don't know, I just sort of quite naturally speak. Not normally this quiet. This is because it's quite late at night, so, you know, I'm in like a calm down, chilled out, nighttime mode state. So yeah, I'm not normally this quiet, but it's like, I don't want to like yell or be super loud all the time. That's just too much, you know. In my personal opinion, I don't know, I guess I just want it to be easier. I just want the conversation to flow freely. I also feel like, fortunately enough, like a lot of house parties I've been to have had like volume at reasonable levels. Excuse me. Because I think it's very easy for the house party to just absolutely blast music super loud, and I think, you know, the good thing about a house party is it's very directed, so there'll be like one area where the music's very loud, but it's not like we're blasting it out through stereo speakers all throughout the entire house. Or if they do, then they must have some sort of absolutely insane setup. Yeah, that's generally not what people are doing for a house party. And just having music very concentrated in one area means that you can, if you need to go like speak to someone, you can go find a quiet thing, you know, you just like go down the corridor somewhere else. That's perfect. And that's what I want from like bars and pubs, and, well, pubs don't really blast the music that loudly, I don't think. I think the more annoying thing, and it's probably why the music is blasted so loud, is because if you don't, and it's relatively popular, it's just filled with a chatter of people's voices, which I don't really have like anything against, but again, it's got the same problems that music does when it gets too loud, where it becomes too difficult to actually hear people. So almost very selfishly, I just kind of want people to be like, alright, everyone else, be quiet, I want to talk to my friends. Obviously, entirely unreasonable, doesn't make sense. Why would that ever happen? But at the same time, selfishly, would be really convenient if people did do that, you know? Would be extremely convenient for me if I could just hear what my friends are talking about, you know? yeah, it's not really gonna happen, I think, anytime soon. And I guess also not really what I was sort of looking for. It's a price you have to pay, I think, for this sort of thing. But I was like, it would be nicer if you can blast your music, but, you know, concentrate it in one area. You know, if I'm gonna have like a sit-down meal in a booth or something with my friends, I want to be able to actually hear what they're saying next to me. I don't want it blasting so loud that it drowns all my thoughts. Put that like near the actual bar itself, where people are looking for that sort of loudness. Is this a bit of a first world problem? Yes. And does this apply to like every single bar, club, pub I've been to? No. But this is very, very noticeable, I think. When it is to the point of, not quite frustration, that's a bit too much, but to the point of being like, oh, come on. That's what I'm saying. Just, you know, I want my own volume control. I want to be able to slide down my volume control to a reasonable level. To something which is manageable, I would say. Something which is a lot easier to actually sort of zone out to, pay attention to, that sort of thing. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, what else am I gonna say? I don't know. I was just saying. That, I don't know. I'm trying to think what else to even say. But I don't have anything else to say. It's just sort of, come on. Please get the volume right. It would be so fantastic to be able to have volume controls in real life. I would turn up people's voices, turn down the music. Ambient noise can stay up. Or no, turn down a little bit, depends on the chatter about the place. It's very selfish. It's like, I want the chatter to know I'm in a crowded location, but not the actual deficit of everything being too loud and making it hard to actually hear people. I mean, it's just a bit annoying having to sort of like lean into people and just like put the ears right up to your mouth just to actually hear things, you know? Is it too much to ask? Maybe. So I'm trying to think of locations which have like really perfect levels of volume. You know, Nando's. I've actually got to give a shout out to Nando's. Nando's is good because they have like the ambience of like Latin music on in the background, and it has it concentrated, to be fair, in a weird area in the bathroom, if anything, rather than like near the counters of the bar. But it's at a nice volume where it fills in with silence, but you can actually hear and talk to your friends over the top of it. And to be fair, I think most restaurants fall into this category. So that's why it's sort of like a... Most of the time, it does pretty well. But sometimes, when it doesn't do it well, that's when it's noticeable enough to be like, oh, I just wanna talk to somebody, but I can't hear what you are saying. That's what it's like. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap this episode up here. Bit of a shorter episode, but so be it. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Data on a link. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.